Coach Sampson. It's an honor to be here with you, being a U of H alum.
Good.
This is Kicks Out of Life, where we tell stories through kicks. And we want to know, how has the shoe game, or how has shoes changed over your tenure of coaching?
When I was a high school basketball player, my senior year in high school, I was first team all-conference in basketball, first team all-conference in baseball, first team all-conference in football. In basketball, I wore Chuck Taylors, Converse All-Stars, Canvas. The first leather pair of shoes I got was Adidas. There was no Nikes back then. It was Adidas. That was the shoe. In 1979, I was a grad assistant at Michigan State University. Michigan State won the national championship that year, beat Indiana State in the national finals. Magic Johnson wore Converse, Greg Kelso wore Pro Keds, somebody else wore Pumas, somebody else wore something else. Somebody might have had a pair of Nikes on. But when you say the shoe game, there was no shoe game when I first started. Nikes really came about when the old Big East was there, when John Thompson was at Georgetown, Jim Boeheim at Syracuse, Lou Carnesecca at St. John's, Rolly Massimino. And then all of a sudden these coaches started getting these big shoe contracts, and Nike was the one that started it, so Nike became the shoe. Then along comes Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan showed professional athletes how to use the shoe business to promote his career during and after basketball. And then I think it was, so right after we started winning at a high level here, that we got a call from a Nike executive and told us we had been selected to be a Jordan school. And but I had to keep it quiet from November until April. So I knew in November that we were going to be offered a contract with Jordan Brand, and that April we did my daughter Lauren did a great kind of a kickoff or tip-off for our kids walking into the locker room, and had stacks and stacks of shoe boxes at their lockers, and they filmed them opening up the box, and then you realize that how big the Jordan brand is. You know, if you're at an Under Armour school or Adidas school or Nike school, it doesn't matter, Puma school, if kids have a little Django in their pocket, and they're gonna go buy a shoe, they buying these. Because that Jordan is the street cred shoe. Everybody wears Jordans.
Now, I want to ask you what's your favorite Jordan of all time. From an observer, I always see you in a nice pair of Jordan 3s. You got some cement 3s on right now. So do you have a favorite?
My favorite Jordan pair is the one we had the longest winning streak in.
There you go.
Because every game, now knock on wood, I think we were 17-0 at home last year, and we were 6-3 on the road. So, we've had a lot of long winning streaks here. So, and I've never worn these. Most of the ones I worn is I prefer the mid-size rather than the low size, because you never want to have to make a quick move on the sideline. Need that support, you know what I'm saying? but no, I've got. I don't want to tell you how many pair of Jordans I have. I just can't wear them all. I just stack them up.
Stacking days. Hey, Coach. You're a coach. You're a great coach. But I think that you must have had another career as a construction worker, because the way you rebuild programs is amazing. What does it take, or what did it take for you to come in here and, build up this program to where it is right now?
Well, the two words jump to my mind is courage and vision. You can't let other people's opinions of whatever you're doing influence you and how you see it. Because I remember when we first got here, the people that didn't believe in Houston was not just the fans, it was the AAU community. They didn't think we were good enough to recruit any of their players. And in the back of my mind, I'm going, I hope to God one day that I never have to recruit this kid, because he's not going to be good enough for where we're headed. But we had to start somewhere. And but I think about that first year with J. Rod Stiggers, Mikael McLean, L.J. Rose, LaRon Barnes, Chicken Knowles, Eric Weary, Bert Colley, and Chuck. Those guys battled their butts off, and we went 13-19. And I knew what was coming because we had done this before. And we were in, I think, one of the greatest cities in the world here in Houston, Texas. And I knew that if we could get our administration to believe in our vision, which is this building you're sitting in, and realize there's a future going forward. You know, I believe in honoring the past, but I'll be damned I'm gonna live in the past. You know, my focus is on the future. Where are we headed? How we're gonna get there? You know, when I got here, their focus was on the middle to the bottom of the American Athletic Conference. I had my eyes on UConn. I had my eyes on Cincinnati and SMU and Memphis. I said, those are the people, we're gonna walk them down. Not sure when, but we're gonna walk them down. And it didn't take us long. I think by our fourth year, we were 27-8, had beaten everybody in the league, won our first tournament game, lost on a heartbreaker, the buzzer, to go to our first Sweet 16, and then we've been to every one since then. So I think having the right staff, the continuity of our staff does not get enough credit. Coach Brooks took the head job at Lamar, but every one of these guys have been offered head jobs, and they've turned them down to stay here because they think they have better opportunities ahead of them. So, but I encourage them to chase their dreams. You know, we just finished our 10th year here. You know, our program is where it is, and it's not a surprise to anybody here in this building.
And speaking with Lauren, you mentioned Lauren, your daughter, earlier. We're not here if it's not for her. She does an amazing job, and she just mentioned, man, 10 years has gone by so quickly. But Coach, thank you for your time. One thing I'd like to ask you on the way out, do you have a funny or unique story about someone asking, you know, maybe on the recruiting trail about, you know, some shoes in this Jordan brand? Because we can't hide, it's a big deal, man. It's a big deal.
Well, I remember the day, I'm not going to tell you who the kid is, but the day we got the Jordan deal and it was announced and we had the unveiling, I actually had a home visit with a kid that night, and I wore a pair of 9s. Black.
Jordan 9s, okay.
Black. And as soon as I walked in, I'm not even sure that kid saw me. His eyes just, his father was kind of young. He's always said, y'all a Jordan school? He said, y'all get to play in them? I'm not even sure he knew what school I was at. He just knew it was a Jordan school. I'm sitting here talking to him about University of Houston. All I had to do was that. It was done.
Wow.
So the day that it was announced and the unveiling, we did have a home visit that night. And Kellen and I both showed up in them 9s.
Wow.
And we didn't talk a whole lot about academics and development. They just want to know I'm size 14, Coach. But that's the response we get a lot.
Well, Coach, thank you so much.
Okay.
Again, it's an honor being a Coug, man. My blood, sweat, and tears, and what you've done here as a leader is amazing. Good luck, and we hope to see you in San Antonio.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.